Many of you will know that my happy place is on trails, gravel trails, away from roads, and so it's quite unusual for me to find myself in this environment. But I have a few errands to run today and I decided to leave the car behind. So for today at least, I'm going to be playing in traffic. I will be trying to use trails where I can, and for the most part I'll be attempting to stay on quieter roads, but there will be a few main roads that I have to take, and that can and has already been quite interesting. Now I can handle this. This is quieter than some trails I've been on. I think it was only about 3 kilometers that I was on that road that you just saw, which is Keel Street, but without any shoulder and with a lot of industry around and big vehicles. It was not comfortable at all. Anyway, I'm gonna just stop here for a minute. This is one of these really nice parks that they have with the war memorials. They're dotted around York region. Hopefully once I'm back on the road again, I'll be hitting a trail just about 200 meters up that way. So this trail is really nice, but what you may be picking up on is the tremendous traffic noise, and there's also sort of city smells as well, especially when I was coming through that factory area. It was pretty pungent. Just to my left there, I don't know if you can see it, I'll lift you up in a minute, is Highway 7. So I was planning on going all the way over to Bathurst to make my northward trip, but I'm beginning to think, before I get there, I go past Dufferin, and I'm trying to remember, I'm thinking Dufferin might be equally as good for cyclists, and I do know a few of the residential areas around Dufferin, so I think rather than going over to Bathurst and sort of taking a risk that it's going to be okay, I'll go to Dufferin. But before that, I have to get down to Steeles Avenue. So I did make the choice to go on Dufferin, and I don't know what Bathurst is like, but at least I have my own dedicated lane. Now I just have to work out how I'm going to go over Highway 407, which is a couple of kilometers ahead. Pretty sure that from now on I can take mostly residential streets, be a lot more comfortable, so I'm just going to take my time and enjoy the exercise. You may have noticed I don't really get too irate at terrible drivers. Two reasons. Firstly, what kind of lesson am I going to teach them by shouting and swearing at them as they drive away? And secondly, I don't really want to bring myself to that level. I like to stay chill, keep my blood pressure down. But the question of the day to you is, what would you do if someone cuts you off like that? Would you shout and holler at them, or would you kind of just let it slide? Answers down below. A little bit of a controversial statement, I think, but you may have noticed I'm not wearing my regular cycling gear in so much as I'm not wearing my Lycra bib shorts. When there's so much traffic around, I feel a little safer not being dressed like mega cyclist. I really do feel that, having read comments on many forums, there are some drivers who really have a hate on for cyclists. So I guess I'm being a bit of a chicken. I'm not standing up for cyclists. I'm choosing to try to blend in to the crowd a bit more and not become a target of that tiny little percentage. What do you think? Should I be saying prejudiced drivers be damned, I'll wear what I want? Or do you kind of see my point of view and agree that it's not really worth annoying a crazy person surrounded by 2 tons of metal? If you have an opinion, I'd be really interested to see what it is. Leave it below in the comment. Quite curious to see if people agree with me, or if you think I should be standing up and proudly wearing lycra. I'm sure most of you will probably be quite glad I'm not wearing lycra. I really hope you've enjoyed joining me on this somewhat chaotic ride. If you have, please remember, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next ride.